What is going on, Neon Nation? Welcome back to the Neon Arcade. Today we got some Cyberpunk 2077 news, some Edgerunners news. I'm back, I'm with a vengeance. Let's get into it. First up, yes, Cyberpunk 2077 has been doing crazy Steam numbers, and it has just taken over Elden Ring as the most played single player game right now, and the only single player only game in the top 10 currently. We saw this happen not too long ago with The Witcher after The Witcher Netflix came out, where it actually broke its peak concurrent player number record, amassing 103,000 players post-series. I could very well see this happening with Cyberpunk, with so many people holding off playing the game to experience it in its best state, as well as an influx of people as a result of the anime, which has been tearing apart the trending section on Netflix and receiving rave reviews from almost everyone, including myself, who absolutely loved it. With a lot of blunders happening in video game to film adaptation, CDPR really needed a win, and this collaboration with Trigger has really shown the mainstream audience, who may not follow Cyberpunk as closely, what is possible with the series, and this is a huge win. As fans of Mike Pondsmith's vision of the dark future, let's hope this is the tip of the iceberg, as CDPR has promised not to abandon the IP, and that they are, quote, totally and fully committed to making more Cyberpunk in the future. I think their first choice of dropping support for last-gen consoles with the upcoming expansion is a great start, and gives me some hope that the expansion is really going to be on par with something like Blood and Wine, at least in terms of scale. New stories, new experiences, new content, and not just the video game format is what is in the pipeline, and after Edgerunners, I know a lot of us are super thrilled about this. So I think it's apparent a lot of us loved Edgerunners, but how would Edgerunners have looked without one of its most talked about characters in Rebecca? Well, we'll obviously never know, but during development, CDPR was actually pushing for Rebecca to be cut, something that Trigger fought back on. The idea behind the cut was that CDPR was concerned that lollies, which is a term for a young-looking female in anime, didn't really gel with Night City's vibe. This was responded to with "the lolly must stay." Would have loved to be in the creative boardroom for that one. It's kinda hard now to picture what Edgerunners would have been like without Rebecca, but I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this down below. Do you think Rebecca should have been cut, or are you glad she stayed? Speaking of Edgerunners, I'm sure you've already seen the praise from Mike Pondsmith and the insanely high Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb scores. But did you also know that Edgerunners has cracked the top 50 animes of all time, according to my anime list? With over 37,000 scores, this is an insane achievement for the entire team. I'm genuinely so stoked for the future of Cyberpunk anime, and I didn't even like anime to begin with. I'm just happy it seems like we're about to hit a golden age of Cyberpunk content coming from a variety of sources. It's gonna be a good time. Little fun fact you might have noticed about Edgerunners, but each episode is named after a song, much like the quests in Cyberpunk 2077. And if you want to learn even more about Edgerunners, Netflix Anime just released a couple of interviews with Trigger, so go check that out. I will summarize 2 points that stood out to me though. So initially, Studio Trigger thought that they would begin development of Edgerunners on their end with a script in hand. This didn't end up happening because of the differences they encountered between the game and the anime, and felt some parts should be changed for the sake of the anime. Trigger followed a base storyline from CDPR, and gave feedback on their opinions on how to help that script fall more in line with their anime vision. Trigger also talks a bit about how this was their most adult anime yet, and how they added more violent and drastic depictions based on their target audience. So I just did a review for Edgerunners, go check that out if you haven't seen it. But a lot of you guys were asking me about Sasha, the Edgerunner from the Let You Down music video, and you guys were kind of wondering who she is. Well, this is a video on what Main's crew looked like before Kiwi and Lucy joined, with Sasha being the main netrunner for them. Obviously, we see parallels here with David, and I'm hoping this is just a teaser into maybe a prequel Cyberpunk anime film in the future. Either that or I'm just huffing on some serious hopium. Lucy fans, I got a great factoid for you as well. According to executive producer of Edgerunners, Rafał Jaki, Lucy's full name is Lucina Kushinada, and she is half Japanese and half Polish, named after his mom. There you guys have it, go forth and flex this Edgerunners knowledge on your weeb friends. Or your regular friends, they just won't know what you're talking about. I've also gotten a chance to get hands-on with patch 1.6 after coming back from the holidays, and I think it's a step in the right direction to getting Cyberpunk more content rich. Transmog was seriously needed, so I'm pretty happy about that one. The new weapons feel great, the new gigs are really interesting, but I will personally reserve judgment for the rest of the promised additions to drop, most notably changes to the police system that will be coming in the future. I've also got a keen eye for the expansion Phantom Liberty. That's a lot of new content coming soon, so very excited for that one. And that's it, that's all for today's video guys. I am back, I'm feeling refreshed and motivated to grind again. I won't lie, my mental took a serious hit after Cyberpunk came out, mostly because it was really tough making videos during that time. So I decided to take a break. I got married, I moved into a new house, I got a new job, I bought a new car. A lot of things have happened to me in my life. I just had eye surgery as well. So I'm back, I'm ready to commit to YouTube again. And it's good to see you. It's good to have you guys here. You guys have been giving me a lot of love on my latest video, so I appreciate you. Expect 2 to 3 videos from here on out every week. Let's go, baby. Let's do this. I will see you guys in the next one. More Cyberpunk content on the way. Peace.